Tonight pushed back. UMD's move-in date will be much later than expected, and classes are set to begin online. And rally on the range, why a big group of community members is working to keep the prison in Togo open. Plus, caught on camera, an officer-involved shooting in Wisconsin sparks outrage in the streets.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Anthony Matt. Kristen is on assignment tonight. Thanks for joining us. Just 7 days before the start of the semester, a major shakeup for UMD students. After a 3-hour discussion, the University of Minnesota Board of Regents voted this morning to start all UMD's undergraduate classes online for at least 2 weeks and delay move-in. They're hoping this will prevent major COVID-19 outbreaks that other campuses across the nation are already dealing with. CBS 3's Ryan Campo has been on UMD's campus and is following the story.
In just a couple days, this campus, which has been mostly quiet since students moved out back in mid-March, will remain quiet for a little longer. Students were supposed to be moving back on campus starting Wednesday, but today's decision by the Board of Regents pushes that out by 2 weeks. That's also how long undergraduate classes will be held online. UMD professors had been planning for a hybrid learning model, with some classes meeting online and others in person. This announcement comes after University of Minnesota President Joan Gable suggested the idea in an email to students and staff last week. UMD Chancellor Lendley Black says their prep work should allow them to change plans quickly.
We've been spending the summer preparing for possibilities of online instruction, remote instruction, and other modalities. So we do have a jump on this in a way we did not have back in March.
Today's decision not only affects UMD campus, but also the University of Minnesota campuses in the Twin Cities and Rochester. Board of Regent members said tuition will remain the same for online classes. There's no word yet on just how much the Duluth campus expects to be losing out financially when it comes to dining or any other campus facilities. Now, coming up tonight at 10, we hear from students impacted by this decision.
All right, thanks, Ryan. And some of the first Northland students returned to the classroom today. Today was the first day of classes at Minnesota State schools like Lake Superior College and Hibbing Community College. They've been prepping nonstop for the big day since the start of the pandemic. CBS 3's Leanne Valdez gives us an inside look at Lake Superior College's new normal.
Back to school jitters are different this year.
I was excited, nervous, just not sure how it was all going to be.
College students around the country, worried about what secondary schooling would look like this fall, are now being confronted with some noticeable changes.
They've taken the precautions.
Lake Superior College welcomed students back Monday after seeing an uptick in applications in the past couple of months. One of LSC's vice presidents, Daniel Fanning, credited that to COVID-19 concerns.
Typically, April and May are our biggest application months. This year was June, July.
The technical school is making sure social distancing guidelines are not just happening in the hallways, but in classrooms too.
So the way that we have chairs set up, the classroom set up, labs set up, it's all different this year.
Per state recommendations, LSC is only allowed to have 25 or fewer students in each classroom at a time. Along with wearing masks, students have to fill out an online screening questionnaire before they enter the building.
And just make sure you don't have those symptoms, you don't have the fever, just asking those basic questions that we've been asking really since March anyways. But
the way students buy books is also different this year. Students must line up outside the bookstore and wait until an employee gathers their items for them. As for class structure, Fanning says about more than half have moved to a hybrid model. Meanwhile, hands-on classes had some reworking done.
Well, typically we would do a lot of lecture up front and then lab towards the back of the semester. And now we're doing almost the opposite. We're trying to get as much of that hands-on learning as we can up front, just in case, God forbid, it gets worse in the fall.
Now, Fanning says things change day by day, so they're ready to make adjustments as the pandemic continues to unfold. And as students head back to campus, the University of Wisconsin system is encouraging them to play by the pandemic's rules. Now, the state is asking for bar and restaurant owners' help. Interim UW President Tommy Thompson, the Tavern League, and Restaurant Association leaders sent a letter to those owners today. It asks them to make sure students are social distancing and wearing masks while out at restaurants and bars. University leaders hope this will help curb COVID-19 cases on campus. And Dave's here for our first look at the weather. Dave, a little bit muggy out there today. I feel like
yeah, some towns had a warmer, moisture air mass come to call. Others have been a little bit cooler by the lake. Some places sunny, and some places a little bit cloudier, like Ashland, Wisconsin, where we'll take a live look and see that it's a bit hazy in the sky, and that's because a warm front is threatening Wisconsin with a slight chance for rain here this afternoon and this evening, while the rest of the low pressure system it's attached to may hold off until tomorrow night. So the situation we have is higher pressure trying to dry us up, with lower pressure trying to cloud us up, and the back and forth battle right now is bringing that wide discrepancy in the conditions that Tony was just talking about. Well, conditions for our Tuesday look like this. I think the high will win out during the daylight hours, making things clear to partly cloudy, but the low finally starts to take over the sky with clouds and rain chances by tomorrow night. It's a 20% chance tomorrow night, could double though to 40% on Wednesday. Does that mean an 80% chance on Thursday? Well, I'll show you the 7-day to see which way it'll go coming up in just a bit.
Thanks, Dave. Right now, a group of community members are rallying on the range to keep the prison in Togo open. Minnesota's Department of Corrections announced this summer that its facilities in Togo and Willow River would be closing. They hope it will make up for a multi-million-dollar budget deficit. But some in the community are upset as both locations are home to a program that helps get prisoners back on track. CBS 3's John Cardinelli joins us live at the rally in Nashwauk. How's it going out there now, John?
Well, the event started here around 4:30. It's since died down. It wrapped up around 5:30. At the height of the event, there were over 100 people here. It was quite packed. And as you mentioned, the prison in Togo is home to the Challenge Incarceration Program, which is a boot-style camp program that helps prisoners get back onto their feet and contribute to society. The program and its 68 inmates would move when the Togo prison closes, but around 48 workers are expected to lose their jobs. Local lawmakers are worried that could create a ripple effect as small businesses in the surrounding area are already struggling due to the pandemic. Public officials, state representatives, and those who work at the prison all spoke today, hoping their voices will be heard at the state capitol. Those in attendance say the track record of the program is remarkable.
The results of the work that the people at Togo do, and the fact that the people that they are rehabbing at the site actually go back into our communities and become productive people. And instead of being in prison for 48 months, they get out in 6 months, and they are actually giving back.
On the other hand, Corrections Department officials say this plan has the least overall long-term impact. And coming up tonight at 10, we'll hear from more people who made their voices heard here at the rally today.
Yeah, certainly a story that just continues to develop. CBS 3's John Cardinelli live for us. Thanks, John. The investigation is underway after cell phone video shows police in Kenosha, Wisconsin, shooting a black man in the back multiple times as he leaned into a vehicle. The 29-year-old victim, Jacob Blake, is currently being treated in a Milwaukee hospital and is in serious condition. Local reports suggest Blake was breaking up a fight between two women when the police were called. His children were reportedly in the vehicle. It is unclear whether police believed they saw a weapon. That shooting quickly led to civil unrest, and people took to the streets to protest all around the state of Wisconsin. A large number of protesters confronted officers on Sunday night. In addition to peaceful demonstrations, at least one police officer was reportedly attacked, and some cars were set on fire when protests turned ugly elsewhere.
I just feel angry and kind of hurt, you know, because if you watch the video, it's just downright devilish, you know, what he did. So the energy out here is just angry.
The officers involved in the shooting have been placed on administrative leave. Now, in response to the news, Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers is calling lawmakers into a special session to pass law enforcement reforms. In a press conference today, Evers called racism a public health crisis. The package of reforms he wants lawmakers to pass includes setting use of force standards, banning chokeholds and no-knock warrants, and requiring de-escalation training. Evers first introduced these reforms in mid-June after George Floyd's death. He says most Wisconsinites support the reforms, and he shouldn't have to call a special session to get the work done.
Leaders show up. Leaders do the work that needs to be done and that the people demand of them. But we cannot wait for Republican leadership to show up for work, because clearly they intend to keep us waiting.
The special session is set to start at noon on August 31st. Republican Assembly leaders say they're creating their own task force to examine police policies and standards, racial disparities, and public safety. Now, additionally, Governor Evers is calling in the National Guard to keep the peace in Kenosha. He's calling it a limited mobilization. The Guard members will assist local law enforcement. They'll be focused on protecting critical infrastructure like police and fire departments. They'll also be working to ensure people can assemble safely. Evers spoke in support of everyone's First Amendment right to make their voices heard, but asked people to keep protests peaceful and wear a mask. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, learn how a St. Luke's partnership could help infants in Minnesota.
We beat normal today by 10 degrees, 73 the norm, 83 the top temp at the airport. How long will these warm temperatures stick around? I'll let you know with the 7-day forecast. That's coming our way right after the break.
Live, local, CBS 3 News at 6 with Kristen Vaki, Anthony Matt, Kelly Hinson, and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live, local, CBS 3. Watch Jeopardy at 4:30, followed by CBS 3 Live at 5 on Live, local, CBS 3.
During the Labor Day sale at Home Furniture, everything's on sale, up to 30% off. Every sofa, sectional, and recliner. Get free no-contact shipping, plus no interest financing until 2024. The Labor Day sale, now at Home Furniture.
Keep scrolling. Order food. Skim headlines. Order shoes. Use AutoSend for flowers. Use AutoSend for birthdays. Don't go outside. Don't go outside. Don't leave the phone behind. No sync. Don't blink. Don't think. Don't ever let yourself feel this alive. Breathe. Ride.
So, you made it all the way up to the North Pole?
Yep, and the South. But I need good Medicare coverage so I can keep exploring.
Well, we have a range of Medicare Advantage plans, some including dental, vision, prescription, and travel benefits.
Can I find them online?
Yeah, absolutely. Or you can give us a call.
Sounds good.
Well, our stop is just up ahead.
So that was the shortest ride I think I've ever been on.
Yeah, quarantine legs. Gotta work those muscles back up.
Tune in Saturday mornings for the Link Ford lineup, where we will show you amazing vehicles on our lot, like this 2017 Ford Taurus SEL with a remote start, a backup camera, and more for just $314 a month. Or check out this 2014 Chevy Silverado 1500 LT for only $399 a month. Want to see more? Then be sure to watch this Saturday. Visit us online at linkmotors.com or stop by either one of our 2 locations to view our complete inventory. Link Ford, where reputation is everything.
School's starting. Is your internet fast enough? Gear up during Extreme's end of the summer sale. Get fast internet as low as $19.99 a month for 1 year. Extreme's fiber-powered internet gets an A+ for performance with speeds from 60 meg up to 1 gig. Powerful in-home Wi-Fi and 99.99% network reliability. Hurry and get Extreme internet for as low as $19.99 a month for a year. Dial 844-EXTREME2. It's the smart call.
Home Furniture presents Stickley. During our Labor Day sale, enjoy 10% savings on all of Stickley's premium solid wood furniture and exquisitely crafted designs during the Labor Day sale. Stickley, exclusively at Home Furniture.
America's most watched network. Tonight starting at 7, only on CBS 3 Duluth. Then stay tuned for CBS 3 News at 10.
Mining. It's a part of Minnesota's history that affects everyone in the Northlands still to this day.
Watch Eye on Mining with Kristen Vaki every Tuesday at 10. Brought to you by Iron Mining Association, Range Regional Airport, and Miners National Bank of Evelyn. Only on Live, local, CBS 3. Watch Jeopardy at 4:30, followed by CBS 3 Live at 5 on Live, local, CBS 3. Watch Dave, Caitlin, and Austin for local weather you can trust on CBS. Now, the CBS 3 Duluth Weather Max forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Temperatures today awfully summery, even closer to the lake. So August may be waning, September's lurking, but summer-style weather still with us. Let's talk about today's high temperatures. because they won't last forever. Enjoy them while you can. By the lake in Grand Marais, 86 degrees thanks to compressional heating from a wind with a westerly component. 80 in Hibbing, nothing to sneeze at. 81 for Hayward, 80 even in Watersmeet. Tomorrow's temperatures may run a similar range, about 75 to 80 or so, and that heat energy just might provide enough lift to help egg on some showers and storms. In fact, some folks have a chance for showers and storms tonight, which we'll talk about after this quick look at the current conditions. At the airport in Duluth, well, it's fallen from 83 or so to 79, which still isn't bad, and the relative humidity's gone up from 39% to 42%, still not so bad. Northerly northwesterly wind, it's going 5 miles per hour, and again, that westerly component to the wind is what's making it warmer by the lake for a lot of towns. Air pressure on the high side at 1,015 millibars, and temperature-wise, then, we see 76 is now in the Upper Peninsula. That's come down a degree from Watersmeet to Ironwood. Still 80 in Ashland, though, 79 for Hayward, and also 79 in Superior, so that number's come down just a touch. Moose Lake's holding steady at 77. We have 79 now towards Two Harbors, but still in the low 80s for Silver Bay. Vermilion Range numbers are still bubbling just under 80 degrees. Much of the Mesabi Range is doing the same here right now, and 80 degrees straight up for International Falls. For the first part of the week ahead here, we may continue to have temperatures similar to this around the region, but by the weekend, we're going to start to fall towards the lower 70s and maybe undercut normal by a couple of degrees. Now, we're talking about some folks have a chance for a little bit of rain tonight. In general, higher pressure will have hold of much of our area, but there is a low coming our way, and its warm front is working in from the southwest, and that means then people in northwestern Wisconsin, there around Hayward area, you see a rain chance paying off for some towns to your south. That might work up into your neck of the woods later on tonight, but again, it's only a 20 to 30% chance. And then for much of the day on Tuesday, the high pressure winds out in our area, making it dry during the daylight hours. But this low pressure system that's packing that warm front coming in from the southwest will bring a 40% chance on Thursday for the precip. Maybe 20% Tuesday night, 40% chance on Wednesday. And then by Thursday, higher pressure already takes over and dries us up again, but perhaps only for a day. We'll show you all the days here now with our 7-day forecast, and tonight in Minnesota, your low temps go 59 to 63 with a partly cloudy sky. In Wisconsin and Michigan, you have that 20 to 30% chance for the precip, roughly around the Hayward area, lows in the low 60s. Then for tomorrow, Wisconsin, Michigan high temps summary, 77 to 82, partly sunny during the day, but then that night rain is possible. And for Minnesota, low 70s by the lake, close to 80 inland, partly cloudy day, night rain possible. And that night rain chance Tuesday night gives way to a 40% shot for showers and storms on Wednesday. And that goes away for Thursday, like we pointed out. In turn, a better chance for rain comes around on Friday, Tony. It's a 50-50 shot for showers and storms. And then by the weekend, we chase away the rain chances, bring back some sun. Okay. That part's all right, but yeah, there's the temperatures dropping down to the lower 70s rather than the upper 70s.
And as we see those highs get lower and lower and September draws closer, you got to start to wonder about fall.
You certainly do. And autumn has its charms around
it sure
here.
Does.
So some folks, that's their favorite season.
Nothing like a little leaf watching.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dave. Today, Minnesota health officials are reporting 4 new deaths related to COVID-19. So far, more than 1,700 people have died from the virus in the state. The Minnesota Department of Health also reported 717 new positive cases today, pushing the state's total to more than 70,000. St. Luke's has opened a new milk depot to help coordinate breast milk donations. St. Luke's partnered with the Minnesota Milk Bank for Babies in an effort to connect donors' breast milk with infants in Minnesota. Being a donation site allows mothers in Duluth to drop off their extra breast milk at St. Luke's Pediatric Associates. The main recipients of donated milk are babies who are the most vulnerable and at risk. If you're interested in donating or receiving breast milk, you can find more information on our website. Michigan is officially unveiling a sign on a Detroit freeway to honor the late Aretha Franklin. Franklin was born in Tennessee, but her family moved to Detroit when she was 2 years old. Entertainer known as the Queen of Soul died in 2018 at the age of 76. Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer and others joined local leaders in the unveiling of the Aretha Franklin Memorial Highway sign today.
She helped build this city into what it is today. And she once said, "I've been around the world, London, Paris, Germany, all those wonderful places, and there is no place like Detroit, Michigan."
In 2005, Franklin accepted the Presidential Medal of Freedom from President George W. Bush. In 2008, she sang at the inauguration of President Barack Obama. Coming up in sports, first day of high school competition for fall sports. Kelly has the highlights next.
The 2020 Honda Rubicon at RJ Sport and Cycle.
CBS3 live cams are brought to you by Kohler Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. The TED event is happening now, where you're not just getting a car, you're getting Kohler.
August is here, and it's time to spin the wheel of savings. For a limited time, spin the wheel and save up to 40% on a wide selection of jewelry. Yumi Jewelers, where true love is guaranteed.
The 2020 summer clearance event at Duluth Dodge just got better. New Laramie crew cabs from $358 a month. Bighorn crews from $298. Ram Warlock quad cabs from $228. Only at the new Duluth Dodge, 4755 Miller Trunk Highway, or DuluthDodgeMinnesota.com.
Today, we help people. We help them reach higher, see things more clearly, smile confidently, bend the status quo, even help them get a grip. Outpatient surgery excellence. Lake Walk Surgery Center.
Do you have a coffee smile? Drinking coffee causes yellow teeth for thousands of people just like you. And whitening toothpaste just doesn't make those stains go away. Introducing Power Swabs, the first teeth whitening system that lifts coffee stains off your teeth in less than 5 minutes without whitening strips or trays.
I've smoked, I've drank coffee, I drink red wine. It makes my teeth darker. And using Power Swabs, it's made a difference. People ask me, what do you do to whiten your teeth? And I'm really proud to tell them that I use Power Swabs.
This didn't sting, it didn't burn, it didn't have an aftertaste. It was just a swab, and I just got to rub it on my teeth, and that was it.
The secret is a tooth detergent and whitening agent developed by Dr. Martin Ginneker that lifts stains off of your teeth. Power Swabs remove stains on natural teeth, veneers, bonding, caps, and crowns. The best part is you just swab your teeth for 5 minutes and you'll have whiter teeth. No more sitting at home with a whitening strip or tray in your mouth for 30 minutes twice a day.
So with the strips I've used in the past, most of them are like you got to leave it on for 30 minutes and the whole experience is just not comfortable. But with Power Swabs, I just snapped it open and rubbed it on and it was good to go.
When I used these whitening strips, I noticed when I would drink, I would get this crazy sensitivity. It would go right to my brain and I'm like, I hate this. So why do I have to go through the monstrosity of this pain just because I want to whiten my teeth? With Power Swabs, there was zero sensitivity.
Within the first day with the Power Swab, I noticed there was a difference. I really love the fact that you're able to go individually on each tooth and make sure that it's going to be wider.
Call for your 5-minute solution to whiter teeth. Whiten your teeth today by ordering Power Swabs and receive 40% off the regular price. Yes, 40% off the regular price. Shipping is free, plus you'll receive a free Quick Stick pen. Visit powerswabs.com or call the number on your screen.
Watch Jeopardy at 4:30, followed by CBS3 Live at 5 on Live Local CBS3. Now, CBS3 Sports with Kelly Hinson.
It has certainly been a long roller coaster of a summer for high school athletes, waiting to see if they will be able to play this fall. Some sports have been forced to wait while others have been given the green light, and that finally came to fruition this morning. The first sanctioned Minnesota State High School League competition of the fall season. Girls tennis matchup between Duluth Marshall and Cloquet Esco Carleton. In one singles, it's Meredith Betcher against Addie Loeb. You might recognize Betcher from the Hilltoppers hockey team. Well, she's just as good on the tennis court, taking that match. Playing next to them, the one doubles, it was Kylie McKeon and Carly Maslowski getting the win for the Jacks. Tight down the line for that point. They win 7-5 and 6-4, but Duluth Marshall held strong in singles play. Brianna Bullins, the cross-court snipe, takes it in straight sets. In the end, the Hilltoppers won a tight one, 4-3 over the Jacks. Back on July 30th, the UMAC released a plan that would push the football, volleyball, and soccer season back from fall until spring due to the COVID-19 pandemic. They originally left the golf and cross-country seasons in the fall classified as low-risk sports. But today, the UMAC announced that they will also be pushing golf and cross-country back to the spring. The decision comes after the NCAA Board of Governors recommended that Division III institutions proceed with no fall competition. They also ruled against proceeding with optional conference tennis competition. This means that there will be no fall sports activity for either St. Scholastica or UW Superior. In the NBA, Milwaukee Bucks lead Orlando 2-1 in the Eastern Conference playoffs. Game 4 from the bubble. First quarter, Giannis and Bledsoe setting the pace, making it look so easy, too. A 6-point lead at the break. To the third, Giannis showing no fear, refusing to let Orlando back in with another signature poster on Nikola Vucevic. Giannis led the day with 31 points, 15 rebounds, and 8 assists. And then in the fourth, a guy who has had a rough series finally got going. Chris Middleton caught fire for 17 fourth-quarter points. 24 overall. Milwaukee wins by double digits to take a 3-1 series lead. Game 5 is on Wednesday. And the Twins in Cleveland to face the Indians for the second time this season. Last time, Twins took 3 out of 4 from the Tribe. This one just underway. Kenta Maeda is pitching for the Twins. The NHL's bubble model is continuing to work as planned. The league announced today that it received no positive test results for COVID-19 in its last round of testing. 4,644 samples were collected last week, with none coming back positive for the disease. And 8 teams remain in the NHL bubble Stanley Cup playoffs. 4 former UMD men's hockey players remain in play as well. Carson Kuhlman for the Boston Bruins, Matt Niskanen and Andy Walensky with the Philadelphia Flyers. And just activated yesterday, Hunter Miska will make his way to Edmonton to be a part of the Colorado Avalanche's run. And speaking of UMD men's hockey, former Bulldog captain Parker Mackay is getting his shot to play overseas. The forward has signed to play professional hockey in Austria. Mackay spent last season with the Texas Stars, which is the AHL affiliate of the Dallas Stars. The Irma, Alberta native recorded 2 goals. That's going to do it for sports for now. We'll have more back tonight at 10. Tony, for now, I'm going to send it back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Kelly. Tonight on the CBS3 News at 10, with the start of the school year just around the corner, the Duluth Public Library had to get creative in managing book requests and returns. Tonight at 10, we'll learn how they're equipping kids and parents with important educational resources. And Dave's going to give us a final look at the weather tonight. Dave, how are things looking for the evening?
Well, tonight should be dry and clear for Minnesotans, and maybe folks in the UP as well. It's parts of Wisconsin that have a slight chance for a little bit of rain from a warm front that's just teasing our area. Then for tomorrow, high pressure takes over during the daylight hours. Clear to partly cloudy sky, highs 75 to 80. Tuesday night into Wednesday, the main body of the low packing the warm front brings a better chance for rain. It's a 40% shot. That in turn is replaced by a little sliver of high pressure wedged in between 2 lows. So dry Thursday, but then wet again on Friday when the second low comes to call. 50% chance that time around. Finally into the weekend though, it'll be calmer, sunnier, but a little bit cooler.
All right, thanks Dave. That's all we have for now. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you again at 10 o'clock.